So I'm welcoming Elsie Paul with us this morning. Elsie's no stranger to our community. She's very much a part of us here at Southminster Steinhauer United Church, a great friend of this community, and we are delighted that you're part of our celebrating of National Indigenous Peoples Day today. Mm-hmm. And I wondered if you might talk with us a little bit about the role of the ancestors in your tradition, in the teachings that have been passed down to you in your tradition.
Mm-hmm. Okay, well, I truly believe our ancestors are even in this room here with us. You know, I feel comfortable just knowing that. That's what I've learned from my elders. Our ancestors are always been with us from generation to continue the support and the teachings, you know. And so I feel good about that. It makes me feel comfortable because when I leave this world, I'll still be here for my grandchildren, my great-grandchildren. You know, that makes me feel good, just knowing that. You know, I'll always be around them. And it feels good that my ancestors are around to continue that sense of feeling you get. You know, it feels good. I like that.
As a Cree Métis woman, mm-hmm. Could you talk a little bit about the role of the elder in your culture?
Mm-hmm. Okay, from what I've learned, you know, like, I mean, it's such a positive thing to be. We don't self-proclaim ourselves to be elders. The community gives you that role. You know, they call you the elder. It's what you do in a community, you know. They acknowledge that and recognize you, you know, and that's such a good thing.
And you and I were talking earlier about how, you know, often in our society, in European Western society, there's this real quest for staying young or being young or being youthful or looking young. Mm-hmm. And I hear you saying something different about, you know, the value of being older, being wiser, having something to offer as an elder to those who are coming after you.
Mm-hmm. Well, there's nothing positive and nothing negative about you're getting good or you're getting better. You know, that's what the elder said. The older you become, you develop more wisdom and knowledge. You know, it's not a negative thing to get old, it's getting better, you know. And I feel good about that. I even learned about the gray hair. The elder told us that when you have gray hair, it's a sign of wisdom, you know. And to me, that's, you know, when I learned about that, because when I first saw gray hair on, I felt bad way back then, you know, because I thought it was such a negative thing. I did not want to get old. But now I feel good about getting old, you know, because now it's more of a positive thing for me, because it makes me feel good. The older I become, if I go on this journey, this cultural journey, I'll get more wisdom and knowledge and more experience for the community, my family, my great-grandchildren. That's what I'm doing now. I'm teaching my great-grandchildren, you know, and teaching them. The older you become, you're getting better, you know.
And I've heard you speak about the kukums. That's a Cree word for grandmother?
Yeah. Kukums are grandmothers, you know, and that's how come our society is called Kukum Ksewatsun Society, you know. That word Ksewatsun is such a positive word, you know, from what I've learned. It's unconditional love of grandmothers, you know, and even grandfathers. They've practiced all of that together a long time ago, from what I've learned. The teachings, the love, the kindness, the generosity, you know, and everything, respect. The more empathy we have, the more we learn about our culture. Our elders, they all possess those things, you know. They're really valuable, the elders, and that's how come you teach the younger generation to respect the elders, because they're our teachers and our healers and our cultural preservers, you know. So,
could you tell us a little bit about the Kukums work that you're part of? There's a community of Kukums that gather, that do various activities together and offer teachings to the children.
Mm-hmm. Well, you know, we have cultural camps every year. Now we're inviting the youth to come to with the grandmothers to the camp, because it's a cultural thing. It's nothing new, they used to do that a long time ago. They were encouraged to spend time with the elders, but be very respectful. Make sure you listen, because if you don't listen, you miss out the lessons, And now we're wanting to have multicultural Kukum teaching calendar, so they can come and bring their culture, because it's part of the culture relationship building. We need to develop a good relationship with the newcomers, the settlers and all that, because when we spend time together, even with our own people, hey, you got gifts and talents just like us. And then when we do that, we begin to honor and respect each other. And when we do that, there's an opportunity for us to develop a good working relationship, And then we can preserve the culture and honor each other's culture and everything. Our children see us doing that. They learn that from us. See, we're passing it on to the next generation. So instead of fighting and disrespecting each other.
It's kind of a kind of modeling of showing how it could be, so that the children might learn that as well.
Oh, and it's so important, because then they'll have a better working relationship than what we learned as, we didn't. We were just really confused, But the culture brings that teaching to us.
A healing journey.
Yeah, to love one another, to honor each other, to respect one another. We need to do that with everyone, because nobody's going to go away. We're not going to go away. The newcomers are not going to go away. The settlers are not going to go away. So we better develop a positive, working, loving relationship with each other so we can work together, And that's what we're trying to, reclaiming our roles. Because there was, even when I was growing up, even though I didn't know anything about my culture, when the elders would set the table, the visitors set the table, they were welcoming the people. That's their cultural way from long time ago, even though they didn't explain it to us, but we learned it, and now, because I've learned that from the elders now, the welcoming of the people. Even this little thing that's crawling here, see? We were told long time ago not to kill the little insects, because they belong on this world somehow. They have a purpose for being here.
We're all part of this
everything,
web.
Yes, they were meant to be here. We're meant to be here from the spirit world. The insects and the animals, and they're all on Mother Earth. They're here for a purpose, One time I was doing smudging at this government place, and there was a little bug walk. I went by and I smudged it, because they have a purpose for being here. Everybody, every animal, the plants and animals, the human beings, they all have a purpose here, And we need to honor and respect them,
So this ant has joined our conversation.
Mm-hmm. You see, he came and blessed us. We can think of it like that. I taught that to my grandchildren when the spider was in the bathroom, and I said, it smells white, they need to drink, they're probably thirsty. So I went and wet my hands and we went like this. And then that little 5-year-old later on, she's, Grandma, there's a spider in the bathroom, it's thirsty. Instead of killing it, We were told when I was young, don't kill the spiders, it'll rain. But they didn't explain anything to us, And now, see, they have a purpose here on Mother Earth.
Well, I want to thank you so much for being part of our celebration and honoring of National Indigenous Peoples Day today, and for being part of our community and teaching us and offering us the gifts of your culture. Thank you.
It's an honor. I thank you so much for giving me this little opportunity to be here. I never thought I didn't know it was going to be. I feel good in my world now. And culture makes you who you are. That's how come I feel good in my own skin now. I'm not shame-based anymore. Because the more I learn about my culture, the more I feel good in my own skin. And I acknowledge both my Métis culture and my Cree culture.
And there's so much to be proud of.
Oh, yes, and then the proudest thing I have is that I'm able to teach my great-grandchildren now those teachings, I am proud of who I am now, because it makes me feel good in my mind, body, and spirit. The more I learn about my culture, the more good I feel. Culture makes you who you are. And then you begin to love other people that are here.
It moves out.
Yes, it does, Ksewatsun, that's a Cree word, that's unconditional love of grandmothers. When you show that and you feel that, you get to love everybody, even if they're not from this Treaty 6 land, we get to love them. That's how come we're working on our multicultural Kokum teaching calendar, We want to learn about, that's exciting, to learn about different cultural ways, because we want to respect their ways and honor them. Hi, I'm
Hi.
glad. Yeah.
Hi,
Thank you so much.